Hey there, gaming explorers. Welcome back to the Veteran Game, your trusted sanctuary for all things video games. Buckle up, because today we're delving into the wilderness of a game that was filled with promise, had a monster of an idea, but unfortunately met a rather untimely demise. Yes, you guessed it. We're unpacking the story of Evolve, Turtle Rock Studios' ambitious project that shone brightly, if only for a fleeting moment. Evolve entered the gaming world stage in 2014 with a unique asymmetrical multiplayer concept that hadn't been seen much before. It was a game of cat and mouse, or should I say, hunters and monster. Four players would team up as hunters, each with unique abilities and roles, on a mission to take down a player-controlled behemoth monster growing in strength and size over time. A thrilling premise, isn't it? The initial anticipation for Evolve was off the charts. It nabbed the best of show at E3 2014, catching the eyes of gamers and critics alike with its innovative concept, stunning graphics, and gameplay that promised endless hours of strategic cat and monster duels. But sadly, that's not how the story unfolded. Post-launch, the enthusiasm around Evolve started to wane. The ambitious game found itself ensnared in a snare of its own making. And what exactly led to this predicament? Let's break it down, shall we? Right from the get-go, one major stumbling block for Evolve was its notorious DLC model. The game was launched with a price tag typical of AAA titles, and then players were immediately bombarded with an array of DLC, ranging from new characters to purely cosmetic options. It felt like being asked to pay for extra cheese on a pizza that had already been quite pricey. The gaming community wasn't too happy about it, and this monetization model left a sour taste in many players' mouths, putting a damper on the initial excitement. The controversial DLC strategy wasn't the only hurdle Evolve faced. Another setback came in the form of content, or rather, the lack thereof. For a game that promised a thrilling, unique multiplayer experience, it surprisingly fell short in delivering enough variety to keep players hooked. The game launched with a limited number of monsters, hunters, and maps. While the concept was innovative, the actual gameplay quickly turned repetitive. Players felt they had seen everything Evolve had to offer within a few short hours. The game's progression system, too, came under criticism. It was slow and often felt like a grind, making the replay value diminish significantly over time. Furthermore, Evolve fell prey to a familiar multiplayer game pitfall, team imbalance. While the thrill of playing as a powerful monster was undeniable, being a hunter required significant coordination and strategy, which, let's be honest, is not always easy to achieve when you're teamed up with strangers online. Matches often ended up being lopsided, causing frustration and driving players away. As player numbers dwindled, Evolve started to feel more like a desolate wasteland rather than a bustling hunting ground. The wait times for matches became unbearably long, causing even more players to jump ship. Despite all this, Turtle Rock Studios and publisher 2K Games made efforts to resuscitate the game. Evolve Stage 2, a free-to-play version with revised mechanics and new content, was launched in 2016. While it did see a spike in player numbers initially, the same issues resurfaced and the revival was short-lived. In the end, Evolve serves as a lesson in the gaming industry. It reminds us that while innovation and unique concepts are important, they need to be backed up by substantial content and player-friendly monetization. It's a sobering story of what happens when a game, despite its potential and initial hype, fails to evolve in the right ways. But hey, let's not forget that Evolve did indeed offer us some great moments. Remember the thrill of successfully trapping the monster or the adrenaline rush of turning the tables as the monster and decimating the hunter team? So, in its memory, let's give a hats off to Evolve for daring to tread where few had tread before, even if the journey was cut short. That's it for our deep dive into the world of Evolve. I hope this exploration gave you some insight into this unique game's journey. After all, understanding the past helps us appreciate the present and anticipate the future of gaming. If you enjoyed this expedition, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming postmortems and reviews. And as always, Keep your game face on because there's always another adventure around the corner. Until next time, happy gaming.